Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Bow Live and Florida Closing and Escrow. We're here with expert real estate attorneys, John Iwanu and Anthony Bauza, here to bring you the latest real estate, COVID, and marketing updates. So we're going to start with the news. COVID updates for the stimulus checks, unemployment, and evictions, which they're looking to extend. Anthony, please advise, what are the updates? Hello? Anthony, please answer question one. Question one.
So for the federal unemployment benefits, that was an additional $600 in addition to state benefits. That will be ending on this Friday, July 31st. In addition, on August 1st, the state of Florida's moratorium on foreclosures and evictions will end unless the governor extends the order one more time. Most recently, the Senate has announced the HEALS Act. It would be legislation that would provide another stimulus check. So similar to the one provided by the CARES Act before it, it would be $1,200 and $500 per dependent, and no limits on the amount of dependents as there were the previous time. However, in this act that they have proposed, the Senate would not reinstate the $600 benefits. What they would do is create a percentage-based unemployment benefit. So they would start at a $200 benefit, and that would last through September, at which point these states would have to implement a system in which they could calculate each individual's percentage. It would be 70% of their wages, and that would be their benefit. So the benefit would be reduced. This is in contrast to the HEROES Act that was proposed by the House in the middle of May, which would have extended the $600 unemployment benefit through the end of the year, through December 31st, 2020. And in addition, they would give a $1,200 benefit as well, but the dependent benefit would be $1,200 instead, with a maximum of 3 dependents. So as of now, neither one has passed yet. It needs to be approved in both houses before it gets presented to the president to be enacted into law. So there is a bit of a legislative battle that will be going on, and I know negotiations are underway to pass something before the Senate goes into recess on August 7th.
Okay. Thank you very much. And anything else with unemployment or anything else you can add?
That about covers it. We'll wait to see as far as the eviction moratorium, if Governor DeSantis will extend that again. For the past 2 months, he has waited until just about hours before it was set to expire to announce something. So we look to this Friday to see, because August 1st would be the date that it expires. So we have a few days until his office announces whether that will be extended again.
Okay, very good. And let's talk about some good market news. Holiday homes are becoming primary residences. Resort towns like Aspen and so forth are getting flooded. The school registrations are up. And also, self-reliance and off-the-grid homes and condos are the most attractive right now. A lot of companies are taking advantage of tax benefits, weather, more affordable housing costs, and a lot of places are fleeing here, including more technical firms such as Spotify, who leases 20,000 square feet now in South Florida in the Wynwood area, in a large courtyard mixed-use oasis. Also, Facebook, Apple, Google, Uber, Chewy, and WeWork are also tech presence here. So there's a lot of demand now for increased space for commercial leasing. So let's go to question number 2. Anything else that you can add for increases in uptick in Florida?
Yeah, there's a recent Miami Herald article that stated was an increase for May and June as far as Miami-Dade condominium and single-family properties. It showed an upward trend in accepted offers. You combine that with the fact that there's historically low mortgage rates and new first-time home buyers are very eager to buy. So that has been hopeful in the market now, that has been showing the trend for a slight uptick due to those factors.
Okay. Next question is, what is the concern when the 600 unemployment benefit might expire?
Well, one of the major concerns is that the $600 extra benefit, in combination with the eviction and foreclosure moratoriums, has pretty much helped to keep tenants afloat and paying their rent. When the 600 extra benefit ends, and we also have the combination of eviction moratoriums ending, we kind of have a perfect storm for a flood of evictions entering the court systems, probably more so than the court can even handle. So definitely there is that concern. Many landlord and tenant rights groups have been lobbying Congress to extend that benefit due to the fact that it is helping renters continue to pay their rent. In addition, they're asking if the benefit will not be extended, then some sort of tenant relief funds, rental assistance, things of that nature to help them, because the situation is going to be difficult for landlords and tenants alike. Even landlords that attempt to evict, it might not be that quick of a process, and some landlords, can't afford to pay these properties, and they may be at risk of losing their businesses as well, let alone tenants that may be out in the street left homeless due to them being evicted.
True. Well, there's been some conversation about if it gets decreased to $200 a week versus the $600. They're saying many people didn't want to go back to work when it was at the $600 a week. And I think more people will be motivated to go back to work if it is reduced. In addition, some people were also taking advantage of the stimulus. There's been news that one person took close to $4 million and used it for hotels, dating sites, and trips. So I hope there's good monitoring and people are honest. Okay, the next question is, can a vacation rental such as an Airbnb refuse to return a deposit during a pandemic? This question is for John.
Yeah, so basically the pandemic is not a legal excuse not to do what a contract or a lease requires you to do. The force majeure clause does not apply to the pandemic. Those are for acts of God. Unfortunately, this virus is not considered an act of God, so you cannot get out of any contracts or leases. But what we do recommend is, moving forward, all contracts and leases you enter into now should have language in there that says if you can't fly down, if you can't make it down, or for whatever reason the contract or lease needs to be delayed, that there's language in there that says that you can either cancel or you can either postpone the requirements needed for that lease or contract.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I know the market recovery has showed 92% of buyers returning to market. Anything that you can add to that, and any changes in the buying trends?
Yeah, so there were a couple of surveys that I want to tell everyone about. The first was the National Association of Realtors 2020 survey. they received over 2,000 responses from realtors. And it showed that the market recovery is happening at this very moment. Of those surveyed, 92% said their buyers had either already returned or never left the market. So that's good news. Limited inventory is now what is standing in the way of the buyers. So inventory is an issue. In June, nationwide inventory was down 27% year over year. So that means that over 363,000 homes are on the market. So that's going to give or make it a seller's market. What are the changes in the buying trend? 13% said that their buyers shifted from wanting a multifamily or a condo to a single family home. We've already known that. We've experienced that. People are wanting not to have condo life. They want more of a single family home with a pool, a backyard, and an office. And due to the surge in work from home situations amid the stay-at-home orders, 33% said their buyers adjusted to their commuting needs, with 22% less concerned about their commute. So that's interesting. Remember, it used to be that people wanted to work and live close to each other to limit the commute. Now, since people are working from home, commuting and distance to work is not a big issue for buyers anymore. And are realtors prepared or concerned for more rollbacks or quarantine or another wave? The answer was 39% of those surveyed said that they're at least somewhat prepared for a second wave, while 19% said that they are very prepared. So that's almost 60%. So that's actually very good news for realtors. And for 27%, business practices have shifted in a way in order to prepare should a next wave come. So what those are is realtors are really getting into the tools such as virtual opens and tours. And Cindy, you can help the realtors with that. So that's also a very good tool for realtors to use during these times. And then also, according to a New Zillow report, as of June 27, only 4.1% of all homes on the market experienced a price cut. So that was very interesting. Only 4% of a price cut, lower than last year's amount of 5.6%. So price cuts flatlined from February all the way through March at 4%. And April saw an annual low of only 2.9%. Very interesting stats there. And finally, a Zillow survey reported that 59% of sellers believe the pandemic would create a buyer's market. However, as we just talked about, with inventory down 21% year over year and coupled with higher buyer demand, homes are selling quickly and are receiving multiple bids. So as we talked about, it's actually becoming a seller's market.
Right.
So list prices are still holding strong. You're not going to get a lot of price cuts. And that is the report as of this week.
Okay, also I read that the entry price for luxury homes has actually increased since last year, and it's now at 2.97 million. So in spite of what's happening, actually with the pandemic and everything, actually sales have increased for Florida and particularly our area. So that's good news. And again, we're here to help structure any deals for you to close. We include the legal experts, and we we hope to do closings with you either in our office, drive-by closings, remote closings, digital closings, wireless, in-state, out-of-state, out-of-country. We're here to help you with your success. And also a few tools are the digital marketing cards that have lead capture and a landing page all in one. Also 3D tours and scans, immersion tours. We can do live opens, we could do virtual opens, and anything you need, kindly contact us. We're here to help you with your success at Florida Closing and Escrow. 305-720-2844 or 800 FL Close, or for any general questions as well, 786-787-0425. So we look forward to speaking to you again next week. And in the interim, if we can assist you with anything, kindly contact us. Thank you, and we'll see you again next week.